Hello everyone! Here's some of my new Kerbal Space Program multiplayer exploits, and this time I'm gonna show you something. We gotta drive quite an end to the end of this runway, which is 2.5 kilometers long, about that. But I want to show you something which is really nice and also quite funny. And I hope you will be knowing. You see the name in the distance there. Hopefully it's readable when you watch it, but I can read it clearly. It's 2 kilometers still away. So we covered it and we got about 100 seconds to go before we reach it. So, in this I want to have a little chat and tell you what it's shortly gonna be. It's called Strangelove there, standing there right on the edge of the horizon close to the beach. Actually it's standing on the beach itself. And Strangelove rockets. You may be wondering what is it. If you wonder, you haven't seen Dr. Strangelove and How I Learned to Love the Bomb. 60s movie, a classic. I can recommend it to you. It caused me to have a serious film of several years playing a certain mod for Unreal Tournament Game of the Year edition. Anyways, I'm about to reach the Strangelove rocket over there. So, if you do not know, I'm not gonna get something to tell you, but it's gonna be a heck of a lot of fun, this rocket. Now we're bringing this guy in this landing capsule there. He's looking quite... What's gonna happen to me? Well, there's something gonna happen to him which I would personally say I would not do to myself, but I would do to my fellow Kerbal nauts. So, here's the rocket. It's small. It's not big at all. And so has been driven around by me. So we are going to be parking right next to it. Here we go, stepping out of it. And now a little Kerbal here is going to jump out. Let go. This thing should... Ooh, he was been almost run over. Well, that thing is going to be running into the ocean if it continues this way. Now you... We had these extended a little while ago, but they seem to have pulled back inside, so we gotta extend them again. And that upper one too. Yeah. Oh, that one is not wanting to extend just yet. Well, at least we might be able to grab this ladder. At least we can be getting on the top here, and we can extend this one in the time. Yeah, so, yeah, our little Kerbal got on the top. We are going to be wanting to climb this ladder here. Yeah, and we are almost going to be able to enter this chair of doom. Now, thank you. I've boarded it. Here we go. And now we want to be creating this little doom rocket. Now, of course, we do have to pull these back in first. Well, here we go. This one, it's still sitting on its brakes, so that's good. The taxi there is driving to the ocean. I think it might have hit it. So, we want to be taking off, so we are going to enact this rocket. Here we go! The Strangelove rocket has taken off. I should have been playing that yeehaw sound, something what it was, if I remember correctly from the movie. So, here we go, we're taking off straight up. I think this rocket is doing quite fine actually, for now. And I think it's actually going to be a rocket of doom, really. It's not going to be able to fully take off, it's too heavy for this, but at least it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. So, we are hitting some decent speed, and I want to be using the 150 speed to keep it stable at that. So, we're almost going to hit that speed. So, I'm gonna throttle back. Yeah, like this. Here we go. So, we can slowly start throttling back, and in the meantime, this rocket will climb the sky. We are already quite high up, 6 kilometers altitude. We are gonna be tossing this rocket really high up into the sky. We do not want to spend too much fuel combating the drag on this atmosphere. We can be going to 200 by now. But we're almost reaching the 300 mark, which is awesome. So we got a little Kerbal on a Strangelove rocket here. Now, looking at this, we're now consuming so little fuel that we can possibly even reach orbit due to this. I am really not wanting to consume too much fuel with this. The Kerbal here, maybe we can use this rocket to reach the orbit. That would be insane actually. Honestly, I would say that would be really insane. dry mass of this rocket is quite high, so that's the only downside of it. But at least it's taking off properly currently. So, and we are now building quite some speed, so I do want not to go too fast, because then we are burning too fast through our fuel. We can still go for about 250 seconds with fuel. That may be able to knock us to 60 kilometers altitude, but I think not much more than that. So, a little Kerbal here is riding the rocket. He is riding it. That's awesome. The Strangelove rocket is working. Now, I think my very strange experiment has worked out just fine. We're about to knock to the 30 kilometers altitude by now, covering a kilometer every 4 seconds. That means we are going to be able to cover 25 kilometers at the minimum with this fuel tank, but I think I can pull the throttle a lot back soon. So, we are now increasing our altitude at really good speed. I think by now I want to throttle a little bit more back. And why? Because I want to be creating not too much drag on our side, but now I think we are about to hit the maximum speed I want to be hitting. It's 250, which is being used for this escalation. So, we are now almost hitting outer space. Look here, our little Kerbal here is really, he's been awesome. He's really awesome. So we are about to hit the high atmosphere. So now I want to maybe pull the nose down a bit so we get our gravity turn working a bit out. So this way we are going to start a gravity turn now. You know, our altitude is still slowly increasing. We're still in the atmosphere. Our wings give a little bit of lift now. A very tiny amount. It's incredibly tiny. But at least by now we are slowly taking off, which is awesome. Now, we have only 2 minutes left of fuel. That's going to be troublesome. That's really going to be troublesome likely. But we are building up a quite decent amount of speed now, and I do want to try to hit orbit with this rocket. So he's riding it. He's really riding it. It's like the Strangelove movie. I should have actually done this through daytime so you could see better. Maybe I should edit this video a bit to make it more bright. But at least it's working out really fine. I think the rocket will not be able to reach orbit just by barely. But it's knocking itself so high up, it's just insane. So, we have pulled this rocket almost into an orbit. We are now hitting 52, 53, hitting the outer layers of the atmosphere. I'm gonna throttle back really a lot, because I don't want to be building up too much speed at this rate. You see, it's really a good thing that this rocket is working just out. It's just working out fine. It's actually now having 1 minute of fuel left by now. So we could honestly be saying this experiment is really a success. This insane rocket here is a success. And what can we conclude from this? Dr. Strangelove could indeed be a reality. Ooh. So, well, not really, but it's working. This is a nice multiplayer exploit, which is, well, not exploit, it's a nice action of doing. I think this rocket could be made far more efficient on the fuel side of things, honestly. But it would look less like a Strangelove rocket, really. And he should really be saying yeehaw, actually, this guy. But he's not. And for now, we're going to stabilize our flight for now, because we are running almost out of fuel. We did almost reach an orbit, which was decent. We're slowly dropping altitude. We've passed our apoapse now, so we're slowly dropping. And I want to cut the throttle, really, actually, but I don't think I will. I'll actually pull it a little bit to give the rocket as much speed as I can. And now we're slowly starting our descent. So I'm gonna make it this way, the descent. So, this being said, we had this is my Strangelove rocket creation. Now, we are now commencing our descent down to the planet, to the surface again. And our little Kerbal here is not gonna survive this flight actually, unless he's incredibly lucky. These chairs tend to be very sturdy actually. So we have a chance that he survives this actually, if the rocket is gonna catch the majority of the impact. We're gonna drop down with quite some velocity on our hands actually. So I think by the time we are gonna be re-entering, which should be within a minute, we are actually trying to make this re-enter this way, so it is really re-entering at the most heavy drag possible, but it might be destabilizing the entire rocket. We are about to re-enter, but we're not going that fast. That's our plus side thing. I do honestly think we are currently above land. I don't know it all. Flying at Kerbal. We will see soon where we are, but we are now re-entering the lower areas of the atmosphere, so this is going to be a troublesome thing. So, shut down this engine please. Yeah, here we go. We got a little atmospheric drag occurring now. Our SAS has to work a bit harder to keep the rocket stable. You see it's increasing. It's almost going to the maximum now it can handle. So, yeah. I think by now it's about at the maximum it can handle at all. But we survived it actually. We are now dropping even further down. I think really we are, I think, above land. So that's one of the worst case scenarios we could encounter. We're losing a lot of velocity here. We're really losing a lot. So our little Raid rocket guy is actually doing a great job here. Yeah, I see something there. Now that looks like to be ocean or something. Yes, we are. This is ocean. Ocean and ocean. Now that's actually got a good chance for survival. If we can keep this rocket going this way, he will survive. I don't think we're moving a lot in horizontal direction. We're actually plummeting straight down almost. Well, regardless, I do not care if this rocket is going to be plummeting straight down into the water. All I care for is our little Kerbal here survives. So, he could be of course EVAing just on the last moment, but I don't think he will survive that. Actually, I think the rocket will catch the majority of the drop. Honestly, he died. So, Person Kerbal was killed. Well, I do wish to thank you, give you... this is a nice way of flying. It's just stayed 9 minutes. Its highest achieved altitude 57, but it's awesome. So,